everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot at K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 181, and we're recording on March 21st, 2022. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Maureen.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. No announcements this week, I don't think, right?
No.
Unless any of you got something.
No.
Big new releases, I guess?
I guess so.
Yes.
Look at us. Go and dive right in.
In line with the format changes that we talked about, we are covering 4 songs this week. We're gonna cover Newest, Solar, Stray Kids, and Red Velvet. 4 big releases in my opinion.
Big boys.
First one came out on Tuesday the 15th, so it was Newest with Spring Again. So they are from Pledis, debuted 2012. Whoa, I just made up a new date here. 2012. Their last songs were Inside Out, I'm in Trouble, and Bet Bet, with 17 music show wins during their career. All right, if you're not informed, pretty much they're disbanding after this promotions. Like, it's written in stone. Bittersweet. I think it's a bittersweet moment, because if you got to think about the history of Newest, their first run was really bad. Like, it was not that great. They went on Produce Season 2, blew up again, had a great second half of their career, I think. So, although it's kind of like you would like your groups that are doing pretty well to stay together through the military years, come back, have another career, it's not feasible for all groups in reality, I think.
No.
That being said, I think they had a really solid career. And I think that this technically it's a goodbye song. They kind of did that thing where they do like a goodbye romantic song, but it's actually like a goodbye song, Some groups do that once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't have too much to say about the song. Honestly, it's a pretty good song. Like, I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was vibes.
Yeah.
I think the bigger story is their career, though, when talking about this one.
I mean, I do feel like this song is like a really good finale to everything, right? Like,
For sure. Yeah.
This track is the title track of their best album, which has 8.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. It has 8 previous tracks from their entire discography, and it's all rearranged, remastered,
Nice.
mixed again. And they have this nice music video, which is like typically when people release songs like these, we often see like one of those like behind the scene footage, people recording in the studio, like, hey, look at us, that kind of footage. And like here we have a full on music video, right? Like there was, dare I say, a lot of CG.
They disbanded on the 15th on the release of this. Yeah.
Dang.
Well,
I looked it up.
What they was a great discography. And and I feel like they put a lot of effort into like this last it's like a final bow at your gift box, and that's really nice. We don't get that often.
I think that oftentimes we wish that our groups go on forever, and then groups end up fizzling out, and there's never like a proper goodbye or a bookend to the career. And sometimes I wish that some of the groups that I like back in the day that just vanished, or we got it like they disappeared for 2 years and then there's like, oh yeah, they're disbanded. I wish that there was some kind of like ending to it,
Closure.
And I think that they're getting that with this, and I think Newest has run its course.
Right. They died a hero. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Explain that more. I don't know if I 100% understand what you're saying.
On a good note, I think.
Yeah, like you either die a hero or you like live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Okay.
Right. I mean, they didn't burn half of their faces off, but like they, this is a good ending for them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Oh no, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Anita.
No. I was just gonna say like, I definitely agree with that. I feel like there was also like a lot of like, I don't know if it was the melody or the lyrics, but I just felt very like a lot of heartbreak. I don't know, like very sentimental, of course. And I guess I'm wondering, because watching the music video, I definitely agree they pulled off what they did in their switch, like their second half run. They switched to a very like chic, very clean aesthetic, which I really liked, and I like that they kept that up even up until this final song. But they also, I think, they included some stuff referencing their older songs, because there's a scene in the music video where I think Aaron is the person who's walking in the set, and there's like a telephone post, and that reminded me of their song Hello, which was for me one of my favorites from them. earlier in their career. So I was wondering, I couldn't really tell if there was more clear references to their previous stuff, but I thought that was really cool to include that because I think that was one of the songs where I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely that song that I associate with them. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I definitely feel that it's a clean closure in a way where it seems like yeah they had this. It was pretty well produced, pretty well polished ending. So I don't know. I hope the fans who stayed for these 10 years, this decade, are still like I don't know, proud of what they did because I think it's really good. I the story that a lot of groups don't have for sure.
They came around with a very nice comeback story, and that's not something you see often, and it's really cool. I mean, I'm not a newest fan by any means. I don't know half of their discography, but I do find it incredibly impressive how they were able to turn stuff around.
Let's put it this way, right? For their EPs, before Produce, their highest one was 27,000 albums, right? After Produce, that went up to 300,000. They 10x their sales after Produce.
Let's go.
That's insane, right?
Some
like
big boy sales.
I think their story is an interesting one. The fact that it's like sort of like the Brave Girls thing, where you have this thing that happens in the middle of your career after you thought it was probably over, where you make a big comeback here. So, honestly, thank you, Newest, for giving us music over the last 10 years. You'll be missed. Hopefully, we'll see you all in other ventures going forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Wednesday, we had Solar with Honey. So she's from RBW debut 2014 with Mamamoo. Her last solo song was Spit It Out, and she won a music show with that one. So
nice.
Interesting song, right?
Yeah, Honey, right? Yeah.
How do you feel about Honey? Do you like Honey?
Oh, do I need to go first here?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
No?
No, I mean, I feel kind of mixed on it.
Okay.
I do feel like a lot of the Mamamoo cheese is here,
I agree.
Right? She's retained a lot of the Mamamoo cheese, and it's very clear the musical identity. It's very, very pop safe house,
Do you like the saxophones?
Yeah, no, I don't dislike it actually. If anything, it's kind of nicely well put together. Nothing sounds cheap. That's my takeaway with this track, because a lot of tracks with a lot of Mamamoo funk ends up sounding cheap and like not well put together. But this doesn't have any of that. I feel like they really did a nice job of putting the song together. Solar herself performed really, really well. She's a very nice vocalist. Her rap is actually not too bad.
Can I say something about that?
Sure,
when I
go
heard
ahead.
her tone, I was thinking, or it was giving me very much Saweetie. Do you know who she is?
Who? What? Who?
Saweetie.
Saweetie?
Oh, I know who she is.
I don't know
Yeah.
who Saweetie
Her
is.
tone was very similar in a way. and
Okay,
feel
no,
like
I can see that. Okay,
It worked.
Thought of
I
that.
thought it went well. Like the comparison in a good way,
Yeah. I do feel like, but my main concern with this track, not concern really, but I guess it's on my wish list, not for this track, but in the future, because we've seen Hyun solos, we've seen Bunbyeol solos, and those two have done a pretty good job of differentiating themselves from the normal Mamamoo stuff, whether that be thematically or whether that be sound wise. They've done some other, they've done stuff outside the typical Mamamoo spectrum. This I do feel like is just a Mamamoo song that was recycled into a solo track, and I'm not very much seeing why this had to be a solo thing,
Okay, that is honestly a very interesting point. I don't know how much I agree with it, but you are right. If we threw the other Mamamoo girls in here and Moonbyul did the rap part in a Moonbyul way, it could honestly be a Mamamoo song.
Yeah, it could have. That's what I was talking about earlier, because like they retained a lot. She retained a lot of the Mamamoo cheese. That's cool. But what did she add by doing this herself? Because she doesn't do Mamamoo all by herself, right? Like there's 3 members in there who have their own parts. But now that they're out of the picture, it still feels like a Mamamoo thing.
Oh, you know what? I actually, for some reason, when I heard the song, I felt that I agree with that. There's aspects of it that remind me of a full group comeback, right? But something about it felt like it couldn't really be a full group comeback. I don't know if it means that I now associate Mamamoo with a different sound, like not necessarily this sound. I feel like they've gone in a very interesting direction that I don't think is very similar to this. But it maybe if they were like a couple years back, maybe.
The argument that there is overlap with Mamamoo and Solar in terms of what we consider the Mamamoo cheese, but at the end of the day, I think a vast majority of the Mamamoo cheese derives itself from Solar.
Oh.
Okay, so you think Solar is the core behind
I think
Mamamoo's
Solar
identity.
is the core of the cheese, dude.
Okay.
That's my argument.
Okay. She's the
That's
core of the
interesting.
cheese.
I think if you view it in that frame, it can make sense, a little bit more.
So you're saying this is like essentially concentrated Mamamoo. This is like this
because
is the concentrate bottle of cold brew you buy in the grocery
store.
store.
Solar's persona these days, because a lot of it's based off of her YouTube stuff. A lot of it's very troll, right? And a lot of it is kind of cheesy and hokey.
Okay.
That's like her main brand on her YouTube stuff, and I think that fits within that realm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. I mean, I don't particularly disagree with that.
We could completely disagree on that. Like, we could disagree on that, but like, I think both sides of the argument are very interesting, right? Like, how are you viewing it?
I guess I wanted to see what Solar can do by herself without the other people in the picture.
There could have been she could have done like a straight ballad, honestly. She's a very good singer as well.
Yeah.
I feel like she hasn't gone that way because she knows that it's already something other members can do. Or like, she's known as a vocalist, right? One of the, all of them was pretty much vocalists. But I don't know. I feel like she's been avoiding doing a ballad because she wants to characterize herself in the solo work as beyond that, in a way.
But I mean, here's the thing: don't do a ballad, but also don't do a pop house track. Which both of these are very, very safe routes to go to in terms of making K-pop music. There's other very safe routes as well, Like,
True.
yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Do something like R&B-ish, like Jay Park had a nice track last week, like. I'm just saying there are other options on the table, and they chose. You get the idea. Let's move on to a different topic about this track. Because did you guys know that this track has Winnie the Pooh motifs in the lyrics?
With the honey?
Yeah, it's literally in their press release. They were like,
Oh, really?
yeah, they were like, oh, I put in the story about Winnie the Pooh who always walks around with the jar of honey. And I'm like, that's kind of...
What? In the press release?
This is what it
catch
says.
that.
This is what I'm...
Oh, yeah, no. She mentions Piglet in it. Yeah,
She does. So, like, the
you're right.
honey they're referring to, I think, has, like, two meanings, right? Like, on one end, it's, like, the Korean slang for, like, oh, like, 꿀 떨어진다. Like, oh, like, honey is dripping out of your eyes because you're, like, looking at something with, like, sweetness and all that. But on the other hand, there's, like, literally the, yellow bear walking around, dripping honey everywhere he goes.
Okay, interesting.
And I'm just, like, I don't know how I feel about this, Because
Well, actually, I was gonna say, like, visually, I thought it made a lot of sense in some way because, I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, she does have like a lot of yellow motif and then a red motif, and then but she adds in like green and pink, and the base is kind of the white.
So
she
all the
uses a lot of
colors.
colors.
So, yeah, all the colors.
She uses a lot of colors, but I think they work well because it was like a lot of commitment to the sets and the outfits, that each one was like its own thing. But overall, the white set and theme was the main thing, so it wasn't like overwhelming. I think it worked. I really liked visually the music video.
So you like the colors used in the music video, is what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I like how they were used more than
Okay.
anything, because I feel like sometimes when you add a lot of colors, a lot of sets,
there's like, this is the yellow set, and this is the green
Yeah.
forest
the red
set.
set. And
Yeah,
then
but
there's
like-
the newspaper set, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I just feel a little creeped out because like Winnie the Pooh's my childhood thing,
Yeah,
And then
I
she's
like
like
Winnie the Pooh.
sexualizing that a little bit, which I mean is like
Wait, what?
I just,
You think?
She literally said, I used to wear red crop tees all the time. And I didn't know what it meant. And I'm like, that's, like, it's just Winnie the Pooh, man. Like, did you have to give it a weird twist here? Like, I don't know.
I didn't get the weirdness from it, but
Neither
I guess
did
if
I.
you go
I
line
feel
to
if you
line-
read into the lyrics, they're like she's referring to Winnie the Pooh here and there, and I'm just like, it's like Winnie the Pooh. Do we need to sexualize Winnie the Pooh of all things? Like, it's just the bear from.
All right,
childhood.
you get to transition us from this conversation, Warren.
Let's see what's else on my notes.
Oh,
There's one thing. There's like a recurring rhythmatic motif that goes on in this track. Did you guys notice? And it ends pretty much all the phrases. Because like she'll do a verse or a chorus or whatever, and then the rhythm always ends with bum 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 ba da ba da bum or like something like that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Dun, 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 that thing. And that happens throughout the entire track. Every couple bars, that happens. Dun, 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 whatever.
was supposed to mimic like drip, right? Like, oh, it's dripping, drip, 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 right?
Yeah, I guess so. But at the same time, I feel like it was a little overused to the point where like
Oh, really?
I was getting tired of it after a couple listens. So in terms of that, where like this kind of genre has a lot of re-listenability, I feel like this track in particular kind of tired me out a couple times. After a couple times, or maybe I was just, too pigeonholed in a specific thing. That might be what it is too. But I don't know. Yeah.
I kind of thought like I noticed what you're talking about, and I thought like it worked well because, or in my opinion, I think it worked well because it kind of leads up to that whole thing in the chorus, where she kind of really emphasizes it, and I don't know. I thought like it made the chorus more catchy. That's what I was thinking. Where like it kind of references it a little bit in the verses, right? Like pre-chorus maybe, but in the chorus is when she really like repeats it like back to back.
Okay. So I don't know. I just feel like it was a little overused, especially like you mentioned. It's also played in the chorus, as well as
Right, yeah.
being played in the bridge, as well as being played in the verse. And I feel like whenever there's too much repetition in the song, it gets a little boring. Even like, like add how much whatever you want variation to it. I just feel like it's the same thing with "Dance the Night Away" by Twice.
Oh,
The song is like two melodies. By the end of the first listen, I was like, I'm bored.
you know the song,
Right,
You
because
know
the
how it
entire song
goes.
is dun 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 in the chorus, in the melody, in the dance break, in the bridge, in the like the whole thing. And of course the verses are different, but like that whole like musical motif just is too repetitive, I think. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I could see that. Yeah. All right. Do we got any other closing statements? I don't think so,
Solar's
right?
cool though.
Yeah, Solar's cool. Solar's killing it.
She got a very big mouth.
What?
Okay. Next song, released on Friday the 18th. It's Stray Kids Maniac. So they are from JYP, debut 2017. Last year's songs was Christmas Evil, Thunderous, and Backdoor with 11 music showings. That can't be right? They definitely have way more than that.
You mean 110?
No.
For real?
No.
Wait, okay, let me look this up. 11 sounds low, doesn't it?
Okay,
Right?
while Doug
Kind
is
of.
checking that, I you know what it was really bugging me at the very beginning of this
11.
music video? 11?
11.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
That seems
Oh.
really low.
Okay.
Huh. Okay.
Maybe they'll win more with this comeback. I hope they do.
Oh, did you like it?
You know what? No, I'm pissed.
Oh, what?
Why are you pissed?
I'm angry.
Why
They
are
were
you
capable of doing good stuff this entire time, and they didn't.
So
Okay.
you do like
yeah,
it?
yeah, because you hated Thunderous, right?
I
wasn't
haven't
a fan.
I haven't liked a lot of their stuff in the recent couple of years.
Okay.
And I was like, what? This is not as good as the other. This is not that. I don't like this either. And then finally, after like everything, this comes out. I'm like, this is actually really good. I don't know. I feel like all of my complaints that I made about a lot of their comebacks in the last year or two, not applicable here, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
The rap isn't overwhelming. First of all,
Nice.
can you
yeah.
agree with that? Like nobody is like, like nobody does that.
I agree. No,
yeah.
I think that's often something I don't like from Stray Kids as well,
Right.
and I don't think they did that in this one. Can we talk about Han real quick?
Yes.
Sir. Oh boy.
Hot. I don't know if this is a hot take. Han is carrying this group right now. I think a
Whoa.
combination of Han
Wow.
and Felix is what carrying the song.
It does rely on a lot of their voices for certain parts. Yeah.
Bro, Han's doing everything in this song. Like, God, that kid's good.
Here's the thing. Like, I feel like Felix adds like the identity a lot because he has the very like deep thing, and then like Han is just good at rap. He's just a good rapper. Like, I'm
He's a
not
good
gonna take
vocalist
no for an
too, though.
answer. He could, and that's the crazy part. You know, you got a guy who's capable of two things. I don't know. Like, of course, like other people are talented too. Like Hyunjin's great, Changbin's great, but I feel like just Han is like he's just really really good at doing this rap thing. You know, I don't know if you know what rap is, but I heard he's good at it now. You know, like I mean he has been for a while, but like now that they're not so much like trying to pull a circus every time they do a rap verse, this is good. You know, like this is nice. Please keep it to this level of energy, please. You know. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think the strength of this song lies in the chorus, right? That Maniac thing. Like, I think this is the best utilization of this. Well, actually, no, they've utilized Felix's deep voice very well.
Felix's voice is like Stray Kids' identity a little bit.
It honestly is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, for better or for worse, whether you think they use it too much or they don't utilize it, it's like one of their strongest weapons. Is that they got a kid who could sing lower than almost anyone, right? In their group. And it's like, when it hits, like, you know what's gonna happen. There's gonna be a Felix part in the song at some point, right? You're gonna do like 5-star Michelin, you know, that kind of crap. They're gonna do it again. And you know what's gonna happen. And then when it happens, and you're like, I knew this was gonna happen, but why is it so good still, right?
Yeah.
Every single time. But the fact that they use it as the chorus, I think was really smart.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Good placement.
It was like a nice drop in energy, but in a really, really like, you know, like
Funky way. It got
right.
grimy all of
Right.
a sudden, right?
It's like one of those TikToks where like the people just drop on the floor, you know, like that's what this is, you know.
yeah.
I will say that for me, on the first second listen, I was not a fan of the switch that comes in the chorus at first. I thought like it, how should I say, like I thought it was going one way, right? Like with the build up, the verses, and then it switches after that pre-chorus, and I felt like it was a very different vibe. And I don't know, I guess it's not that abrupt, but it didn't feel like it had a lot of anything leading up to it, like that was hinting like, hey, this might be what it sounds like next. So it felt like a little, I don't want to say it's shocking, but it just felt like, oh, this is different. Now I appreciate it a little bit more because it does feel more memorable because it is that different, and there is that drop, literally in the voices and in the
Right.
in the music. But I don't know. I guess to me sometimes it feels like it's mimicking a lot of what the song is trying. It's the message, right? Like the concept of it, like. You there's something behind you, like you're hiding, like
I'm
you
a
have
maniac,
face,
sir.
right? So I feel like, okay, I kind of understand it more if you're taking it from that perspective. I just feel like it was a little it wasn't like something that was like, yeah, this is it. I had to listen to it a little bit more.
I kind of disagree because I also was expecting something else, right? I was expecting to be let down, to be honest. I'll be very honest with you. The track begins with like a very typical trap intro, you know?
Yeah.
Those like those kind of noises, you know, instruments. And I'm like, okay, this is what they're gonna use in the chorus, you know, it's gonna be the drop. And they just ditched it out of the window. So I was like very, very pleased. And I also think there was like a bird chirping noise that happens right before the chorus.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was like a very clear contrast, and it's like a very clear break point of like, okay, that was the rap, that was the build up. Are you guys hyped? Well, you know, if that, we're just gonna give you Felix instead, which is also hype, but in a different
Which is
way.
hype.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly hype, right?
Hype, but like not hype, but also hype, you know, like what I didn't like about the chorus though, and I've talked about this right before we started recording, is like Felix is doing like maniac, and then like Changbin in the back, he's like ping 돌아버리겠지. I'm like, can you, why?
Han does that too.
Han?
No,
Okay.
Han does that too, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, why? That's
Ping ping darabaragachi, ping ping.
And I'm like, why do you gotta pull out your like Eminem Busta Rhymes over
Okay,
here?
everyone who's listened to this song, did you try to do the Maniac as deep as Felix does at some point after you listen? I don't know if it was just dudes, but like as a guy from a male perspective, because like we're the same sex as him. Like I was trying so hard. I bet you the girls were trying this thing too. Everyone was trying to mimic how deep he got. Anita, did you try at any point?
No.
God damn it, Warren, you did 100%.
I
right?
woke up in the morning to do it. You know, like when you wake up, your voice is kind of half
Oh, you
sleepy.
planned it,
Dude,
You planned it?
I woke up and I was like, Maniac. And I was like, fuck, it's not that low.
Oh, too deep, too deep. It's kind of like, I know that there's some vocal processing and there's some effects to make it boom more, but like I saw a live performance, he can sing that low. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
like
guy's got good range, lovely range. It's
Talking about live performances, though, I wanted to shout out the choreo for this because I don't think you can tell very well in the music video. And the music video is crazy because it has a lot of transitions, like the editing they had to go through. Like they switched so many sets and like people in the camera is panning. But in the live performances, you can see the choreo a lot better. They do this thing where like there's a theme, like a concept in the in the song about screw. Like you have a loose screw and there's like the drill sound. They added in the choreo too, like when they do some transitions from member to member, they do like this turn that matches sometimes the sound, and I thought that was really cool.
Oh.
Because it kind of adds
Ooh.
to the whole tying the song, the choreo, the visuals together. And I don't know, I feel like it's very subtle because it's not like a crazy move or anything, but they do it really well, and I feel like it looks easy, but it's probably really hard to keep your balance and do it that smoothly. So yeah, shout out to the choreo because I thought it was really nice.
I you know what? I really like this motif.
The screw thing.
The screw
right?
thing, yeah, no, that's really cool because like it kind of plays along the theme too, right? Where like you mentioned, like it's if you look in the lyrics, they mention Frankenstein a little bit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that
I have
too.
a pet peeve though. I have a pet peeve. They
Oh.
mentioned Frankenstein. Frankenstein
Oh my God.
is not the monster guy.
cares?
Anita, colloquially, it's the monster,
But
Anita.
it's so wrong. If you read
someone-
the story,
Someone
it's-
paid attention in AP English. I get it, but like
I really
I
like
can't
that
even read,
story.
Anita. You think I know this? I can't read.
no English,
No
no
English.
no
But other
English.
than that, it was fine. Yes.
Yo, this is pretty. The fact that Warren has a pretty positive review of this song says a lot. I think that couple things though. I will talk about some things I didn't like. I'm sorry, Hyunjin. Like they gave Hyunjin the big task of following up Felix choruses with the second chorus. It just don't hit as hard. Like I'm gonna be honest here.
No, you know what? I disagree. It worked. It works really
It worked-
well.
no, I think it worked too.
It was great. You're just pooping on Hyunjin.
Okay, fair. Additionally, I think at certain points in between the first verse and the second verse, I thought it dragged a little. I can't specifically point where,
Okay.
but I was just like, let's get back to that cool chorus. I don't think it was even that bad. I was just so like enticed by the chorus that I just wanted to have more of it, to be honest. Overall though, good song, right? Like
No, this is great.
this is great.
And-
this is the straight. You know, JYP is like doing Stray Kids well, right? They might be messing up Itzy a bit. The end mix thing might have been meh. They are doing well by twice, but
You
they've
know what?
always done well.
You know what it is? They messed up 2021. They messed up 2020. 2022 is JYP's year. You know, I think that's what it is. They're just boosting up for a good year of good music.
Well, and mix. I don't know if it was like the best.
We don't talk about a mix, Anita.
Wait, can I talk
We don't
about
talk
it mix?
No, we
Can I
don't
talk
talk
about
about
a
it.
mix?
We don't talk about it.
I unironically like the end mix song now.
Oh
Um,
Is this your workout song? Is this what it has become?
it's a bit of a workout song, and I've been
Oh.
listening to it while I've been playing Lost Ark. Shoot, shoot, shoot! I probably
What a
listened to
soundtrack.
this song about like 20 times this week. It keeps popping up in my recommendeds too. Like, and whenever I play the Stacy song, this one always comes next after it for some reason.
This is like the moment in Star Wars Episode 3 where Anakin Skywalker becomes Darth Vader, falls to the dark side of the Force.
I figured out
Traitor.
I figured out one thing I think is a main problem of the end mix. The what they did though. Like I reevaluated.
Okay.
So a couple things I didn't realize I liked till I saw it. They have this choreography for the beginning, the popcorn and Zero Coke, that you don't see in the music video, which would have made that moment less bad.
Less.
It would have made it less bad. So if you watch the live stage of it, and they did like one of these interesting dance moves for the pop, they like reference popcorn and Coke in the dance move, and I'm like, wait, that kind of works. Okay. It was better than whatever you did in the music video because Coke wanted its can to be actually shown, right?
Right.
So they couldn't do the dance move as hard in the music video. So I think if they showed that, it wouldn't have been as bad. Number two, I think one of the main issues they have is that all of their rappers are trying to do like high pitched chant rapping, you know?
Shook.
or how do I describe it?
It's like high tone.
Come on, comment. Da, 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 da. You know, like they're doing it very high pitched. You know exactly what I'm referencing. And I don't think that works. But I think that there's good things here. I'm excited about them still. I think JYP, it's just a mixed bag of what we're getting out of them right now. Like, it's all over the place.
Hey. This just only proved what I said while Doug was gone a couple episodes ago. This has been that OO and Mix Track has been a incredible success as a debut. A month in, we're still talking about OO. We're still talking about it. You know,
that's true.
We're still bringing it up. That's what you want your debut to be. You want people to remember you, and they've done an incredible job of that. So you know, I don't like the song, but it's been a great year for debuts. Great debut and a great year for JYP so far.
No, I agree. The fact that I still talk about it like almost every week means that they did a good job.
This has been great so far. I will not take no for an answer, sir.
Going back to Stray Kids, it was 1.3 million pre-orders of Ordinary.
Wow.
Yeah, they're still gaining momentum.
Wow.
They're doing really well.
So
that's a huge figure.
Wow. They're baking some big guap.
They're top tier now, right? They have to be considered it at this point, right? They're up there with like what's the upper echelon of boy groups, right? BTS at top for sure.
17
NCT probably right under them.
Yeah.
And then it's probably TXT and Stray Kids right after them, right? Most likely.
I'm thinking same tier level as TXT. Yeah.
I think that's
Treasure.
that's great company. I think they're like a top 5 boy group right now. That's my claim.
Top 5. Okay.
Oh.
Well, so HOT, Takeja and the
Saying
Boys.
right, I literally said right now.
I
literally said right now.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So shout out to Stray Kids. Let's move on to the last song. Another massive release. Red Velvet, Feel the Rhythm. So they are from SM debut 2014. Queendom, Psycho. Wait, Psycho?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really? Oompa
Yeah.
Loompa? Okay, I guess those were the last 3. Damn, it's been a while. It's been a minute. Holy crap. 80 Music Show wins. Unexpected song.
What did you expect?
I don't know what I expected.
Did you also expect a Psycho 2.0?
Not quite though, right? Because
It's not Psycho, dude.
it's
Psycho's
kind of
Psycho's very
a little
different.
You know, I was going through the Western comments, and like half of them, I don't know, a big chunk of them were like, "This isn't Psycho. I'm very, very sad." And the other chunk was like, "You guys have to move on from Psycho. Psycho was Psycho, but move on."
Yeah, I moved on from Psycho though, because I love Psycho.
Well, if you move on, you can enjoy this. You know?
No, I'm still saying I like this one by itself. I
Okay.
think this is still a really good song.
Okay.
I think that Red Velvet's strength right now, compared to other girl groups, is that they are Red Velvet.
Oh, nicely put.
Oh.
Nicely put.
Oh.
If any other group tried to sample some classical crap
Bach.
and do some Bach in their song, right?
Yeah.
And tried to have that chorus, it would have been weird, right?
I can see AKB48 doing it.
Okay, whatever.
Really?
I can see J-pop musicians doing this.
Really?
That's what I'll
Really?
give you. It would have been a lot more cringer. That's what I think.
But I think right now, if anyone else currently in the game had tried to done this, we would have been like, what just happened? Right? But because Red Velvet did it, and because Red Velvet has built up their brand and their music up to this type of point, It makes sense and it works.
No, I agree, and I feel like it's really something that only SM Entertainment has been able to do so far. I feel like I'm like just saying good things about SM here, but like I can't imagine like this coming out of other groups either. Like,
I feel like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it feels like a Swan counterpart to what aespa's doing at this moment. Like a refined, like a
brighter.
Right. aespa is obviously very edgy, very like metallic in terms of like like their visuals and like very dark in a very kind of cutesy way. But here we have like much more of a refined and like, oh, look at us swans, we are able to swan, like you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, I actually, when I listened to the referenced bit, right, Bach Suite Number 3 in D major, Air, right, very popular. I feel like it's pretty recognizable, even if you don't remember the name or the composer. It reminded me of like songs in the mid 2000s, kind of late 2000s, that kind of did that thing where they referenced a classical piece. And that kind of got solidified when they showed up in the Y2K inspired outfits for some of the chorus shots. So I don't know, there was a vibe where like, oh, this feels slightly retro with some very interesting motifs. And a lot of it was from the teasers already, where like they reference like art. The first shot, it's like Ophelia by John Everett Millay, a very famous painting.
You dropping some art knowledge.
Yeah. No, like it's a pretty famous painting. I don't know if it's meant to reference anything because it references the character from Hamlet, but that's a pretty dark play. But there's something, I don't know, I feel like there was a very like artistic ballet classical vibe going throughout the whole song, especially like in the sets and the costuming. Like the way the shots were filmed and like the lighting, it felt like a stage, like you're the viewer, you're watching them on a theater stage. So I don't know, I feel like that was really cool in a way, and it reminded me of like the more art reference, like I guess not as obvious, but more art heavy set and concept for Rookie. Because if you remember that music video, like there was some references to another artist. I can't remember their name, but a lot of the colors, like the flowers, theming in that music video, were like that. So I feel like it feels similar in a way, but very, very like almost creepy.
Okay. You touched upon like 5 things here. Let's
big things, Anita.
Yeah, you gotta let me interject here a little bit.
Let's unpack the box. Let's not accumulate the Christmas presents in one spot. We gotta start opening them up.
Right. It's holiday morning. Let's open these boxes. There's like
Anita's just hoarding the presents right now.
You gonna talk about Red Velvet all by yourself for 20 minutes?
She's talking about art. What is this? Like, she talked about plays.
Okay. There is a Bach sample in here at the very beginning, and it's played throughout the entire track. Not entire, but like there's a lot of moments with it. And like I do know what you're referring to, right? In the mid 2000s. Like the only example I can think of right now is Fear Released by Mozart. That was in Nas. That was an Ivy Yoga Sonata or Sonata of Love, I think. That's the one that goes like ba da 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 dum, and like it's Nas, it's an Ivy. They did that. It's in a couple AKB48 songs too. Like those things, I felt like is one thing, because that's I don't know. I feel like there's like a melody that's being used as a motif in that case, and this here is being used less as a motif, but more like a transitional piece between like sections of the track, and also like in the instrumental itself, rather than being the main character of the arrangement. That part I think is left to Red Velvet for the most part. So I think the way classical music is used is a little different. But I do see what you're coming from. I do think the rendition of sampling classical music is very modern, right? I wrote in my notes here that this genre is Baroque trap.
Well, yeah, there's some very like glitchy sounds, a little bit. I don't know if hyperpop would be a term as well. Incorporated that I feel like make it sound not exactly like from 2000.
There's like a
2000s.
lot of glitchy sounds throughout the
Yeah.
entire track, right?
There's like the classical music, right?
Right.
In a sense, is like pure music, right? A lot of no distortion, right?
Okay.
At least
Yeah,
in my
pretty
head,
clean.
my
Yeah.
barbarian head.
Okay.
And then they have all these glitchy moments going on, right?
Right.
And I can't help but feel like they're playing into this SM universe crap. You know,
Kwangya.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. You want to talk about SM Universe?
I want to get into this because I was thinking the same thing with the what do you call the weird sound effects, Warren? You had a name for it, in the chorus, like some
What?
kind of sounds like
Distortion?
distortion, glitchcore,
glitch, the glitches,
Glitchy.
the glitch pop or whatever the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
It just feels like they're playing into the big picture a little, right?
There's what I noticed about the track is there's increasingly more throughout the entire track, and then like near the end, right before you go into the third chorus, there's a huge glitchy part that just dives straight into glitch. Just joy for like 4 bars. You know what I'm talking about?
It's the
Yeah,
Yeri
yeah.
part, I think, right?
Is it? No,
Yeah.
isn't it joy? Isn't it joy?
Joy. I think I can picture where it is in the music video, but yes.
But yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where like,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
she's doing this and like, and then it goes in the third chorus, and that kind of felt like it coincides with like where I am noticing things about Sugi.
She's
She's the black mamba. She's the black mamba. I'm not taking no for an answer, good sir.
Yeah, it's certain aspects of the costuming, right? Like she has like a crown, right? That I
Right.
think I see. Like I'm trying to remember the Black Mamba music video, but like I think that was an aspect of it, like a
Right.
throne type of thing as
No,
well.
Yeah. If you watch the Black Mamba music video, there's the model Chang Yunju at one point near the end, and she's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in
yeah.
like a black outfit with like, you know, a crown, and she's got her head on top of like Karina's for some reason, and
Yes.
like that's meant to be Black Mamba, and here she is wearing the stupid same outfit. You know what I also noticed in the music video? In the very beginning, right? Like you mentioned, like there's like these like portraits, you know, the
paintings,
shots,
yeah.
right?
The
They're meant to
paintings,
look
yeah,
like
yeah.
paintings. And like Sugi is like peeping over the wall, you know, in her
Yeah.
little ladder, right?
Oh crap, dude!
She's
Keep
looking,
going.
right? She's looking for something, you know, she's noticed something in there. And the entire music video flows out, and then near the end, she like stops smiling.
Wait.
There's that the creepy part at the end where she like is in this weird.
Bro, I'll get to
contraption,
it. Give me a second. She's like not smiling. First of all, she's not smiling. There's like shots of them, all 5 of them. They're all sitting around in like these nice dresses, and like Sugi looks like she like crappy chicken nuggets for lunch or something. She just looks pissed off.
Have you also noticed that Sugi's the only one not in that yellow room? She's outside the room looking in that shot.
You're
Wait,
right.
wait, wait.
I'm looking at the music video right now. At 3:30, there's a shot of the 4 of them in this yellow room. They're all in black. Everyone's in black. So that's fine.
Right.
But it looks
yeah.
like an eye almost, right?
Yes.
She's opened her eyes.
Sugi's the only one outside of the room, and she's like the pupil of the eye.
She's opened her eyes.
looking.
She's
This is creepy crap in this music video, dude.
There is.
Sugi's Black Mamba. Sugi's Black Mamba. This is it.
But the amazing thing is, you could add all this lore, and you could add all this weird stuff in the song, but independently, the song still holds up by itself. There's like a gauge, right? How much lore and weird crap can we shove into this song, which has very classical motifs? At a certain point, it would get weird and strange, right? But they tiptoe that line perfectly, where it's just unsettling at times. You know?
Yeah.
I
I want to see it again.
no, here's the thing. The song itself is good. It does a good job of balancing modern elements, which is sometimes at points a little edgy, a little creepy, and then you have the classical stuff, which is like very smooth and like very, very nice. And then you have those two combined, and it creates a bit of tension. That's what I noticed with this track. It's the entire track is just tension. It's just you holding on in your like, tight little seatbelt as the roller coaster doesn't stop. Like.
Also, the final shot is like her in like Teletubby world, and she like going in the center of another eye-looking thing, right? Like
right. Like
Yeah.
that's
Anita
the
mentioned.
ending
Yeah.
shot of
Yeah.
the whole music video too. Like, there's some weird crap going
Dude,
on.
I'm telling you, the shot right before that is like it says "Feel My Rhythm" in the typography, and the shot before that, the five of them are just sitting around, right, in the music
garden?
video, right in the garden. The five of those kids are sitting around in their nice pink and white dresses, and then Sugi's like looking off to the side, like pissed off, and she's like looking over at Joy.
Well, you're right. She's giving her side eye.
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Turns in that shot.
No, that's Sugi. That's
tight.
Sugi. She's turning and giving Joy side eye.
Right.
What the heck?
Dude, it's so creepy.
We know Sugi can smile. We know she can smile.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right. She's pissed off at Joy.
Wait, but hold on. I just remember there's another shot that was like super disturbing where like Wendy falls down, right? And she's reaching towards a strawberry. But when she grabs her hand back, it's like mushy, fleshy stuff.
You're right.
Yeah.
I remember the
That's
mush.
so it went by really fast, but I was like, oh my god, that's really creepy.
Yo, what if
Strawberry's
Next Red
rotten.
Velvet song, which is going to be released in October, is like a murder song?
What do you mean?
Like they're like they're you know how they've done Halloween motifs.
They've
in the
done
past?
Peekaboo. That was a murder
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
What if we have another one of those, and then it's Sugi's the like corrupting or something?
No.
That would be so cool. What? Let's call that. Red Velvet's gonna come back in October, but sometimes K-pop groups miss the date, right? So sometime between September and November, Red Velvet's gonna come back with a horror theme song. I'm calling that right now.
Dang. Okay.
No, you know what they should add to that? It should be Red Velvet featuring aespa, and it should be like
Crossover.
Civil War. Yeah, it should be like Civil War, where like
Who's Captain Marvel? It's Boa, isn't it?
I said aespa.
No, but Boa gotta show up too to save the day.
Boa's Stan Lee, right? Boa's Stan Lee, right? And like here we have Red Velvet with Sugi being Black Mamba. She's corrupted all of Red Velvet. She's the villain group.
Can we have a Sugi versus Karina like fight scene at some point? Like, yo, it would be amazing, wouldn't it? Like the peak of it is like a Sugi versus Karina fight, and right when Karina's about to lose, Boa shows up and saves the day. Yo, hey yo,
I'd be down for that.
I'd be so down for that. Oh my god.
I do still think the music video is kind of creepy without all of that though. Like,
But it's so it's visually very pretty though. Like there's a lot of really nice
right.
outfits and sets, but there's a disturbing aspect.
Can you talk about the baby monster, like the giant metal baby monster?
I don't. What is it? A baby? I don't really even know what it is.
Well, it looks like
Yeah, what is that thing?
Oh no, it's like a giant metal thing, and it's just like reaching down for a strawberry, and then it just falls down suddenly. And I'm like, what is that? And then there's like these like bird people. Am I the only one that thinks they're creepy?
Yeah.
One of them has like 4 legs. You know, like it's walking on its hands.
Yeah, Yeti's sitting on the person, I guess.
She's sitting on one of them.
Yeah, she's like
Bro, what the
on
heck?
someone.
No. I'm referring to one of the birds in particular.
No. There's the bird segment, and Yeti's like chilling with the birds, dude.
Yeah.
But like, are you like sitting on a bird? That's like a different story.
At 321, she's sitting on the yellow bird.
Yeah.
321 is a shot of Yeri dancing in the garden. Here, let me pull back a couple frames.
It's disturbing. It's disturbing, but like if you don't want to pay too much attention to it, you can still appreciate like, oh, very nice.
I'm
set.
looking at these birds again. They hella creepy.
No, I'm telling you. Okay, you know what it is? The blue bird, the Twitter bird over here is like is walking on its hand, and like
yeah, it's on all fours,
Right.
like a beast.
And if you watch Mad Max,
Uh-huh.
the recent one that came out like 4 years ago, that's one of those things where they have like people that used to walk on sticks because like the ground is radioactive or something, and because they're walking around in the radioactive ground, the sticks become a part of their
I
arms.
didn't realize how creepy this music video was. Wait, if you look, Warren, at 320, the weird thing that Sugi's in at the end of the video is in the background of all the choruses.
320, 320, 320. Which 320 are you talking about? There's 2 shots of
3 minutes
320.
and 20 seconds. Oh, I'm saying the main chorus, right?
Oh, in the
in the water park. Water park, right? Look behind them.
Fountain
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that kind of
The
looks like
fountain,
that.
the evil fountain thing is there the whole time.
Yeah.
What
Oh
is
my
going
God.
on? Right?
Wait,
the thing
you know
from
what?
the end of the music video.
Maybe Sugi's actually like the good guy.
She's trying to save them.
No, yeah,
She's
like
trying to save them.
okay.
Maybe
Here's what
she's trying to unplug them from the Matrix or something.
Right. Maybe like
Yo.
no. I think that's what it is. The 5 of them have been brainwashed by the Black Mamba,
Yeah.
right? To do the dancing crap, you know. And then like Sugi's seen behind the wall. She's like, "Oh, we're in the Matrix. Gotta wake up my friends by becoming really evil," you know. Like,
And what if Yeti thinks she's like dancing with like beautiful birds and stuff, but she's actually dancing with those paper mache scary birds, but she doesn't realize it?
Oh my god, that's
wait,
so
Wow.
what if she thinks they are red velvet?
And what if
No.
Wendy thinks she's holding a strawberry, but she's actually holding the mush in reality?
That's
Yo.
That's what it is.
Yo,
That's what it is.
wait.
Dude, it all makes sense now. All my red strings are attached.
so much to unpack.
Yo, let us know in the comment section. Talk about all the weird, crazy things you're predicting's going on. That being said, from first watch, because I didn't like watch this music video initially with having that SM universe thing in mind. I was just like, that's kind of weird, but okay, the whole
Let's
time.
go.
But when you actually break down for like shot for shot, there's a lot of crazy shit happening
This
in this
is
music video.
low key one of their better music videos.
Yeah, there's a lot to.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have to
unpack.
watch this music video about 10 times this 50 times this week and try to figure out more. Wait, there's there's a bird cage. That's what they're stuck in, dude.
Dude, they're trying to leave.
Yo, wait, there's a bird cage and there's a light in it.
Wow.
There's so much weird crap in this music video.
Now, I do want to note, I don't think the song's perfect.
Okay, why not?
True,
I
true.
do think the final couple of moments of the track is a little forced in terms of transitions.
It ends so fast too.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, there's the Joey glitch core part, where it's like 4 bars. And then I'm getting the vibes of, okay, we're settling down a little bit before we go into, the final act of the track, right? Like before we go into the final chorus, we want to recharge a bit. So I like that. And then like it just transitions so abruptly into the final chorus without like giving me any breathing space. And I'm like, why? That's such a forced transition. And then that continues until the end of the track where like, I don't know, but was it only me where like I felt like the ending of the track was a little abrupt and it just ended all of a sudden?
Yeah, it was.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I expected maybe like, I don't know, a difference in terms of like melody going so that it ends like on a finishing note. Or like maybe a little bit of instrumentals while like Sugi's being all creepy Black Mamba over here. Like, I don't know, like the transitions were a little off. That's what I think. But besides that, I do feel like they did a really good job of incorporating Bach into this.
Yeah.
I was a little worried it would come off as really cringy, and it didn't at all. Shout outs to Bach. It's his birthday today. Be sure to tune into his
Hey, Bach Sundays. Shout out to Bach
Bach
Sunday.
Opa.
Bach Opa.
Bach.
Oh, Bach.
Bach. Watch his V Live, his birthday V Live. Go to your local cafe to collect the cup holders.
This is how you insert lore into a music video without it being too forced, I feel.
Right, I agree.
It's like a scavenger hunt.
I think that sometimes other groups really want to have lore, so they end up just shoving it down your throat, and you're like, all right, well, I still don't understand what's going on, but clearly you wanted me to understand a lot of things, right? Whereas this one's a lot more subtle, but at the same time, it makes me want to be like, wait, what actually is happening here, right? Like next week, I'm gonna have to read. I'm gonna have to read like an essay as to what's going on here, because I'm sure someone online, some SM really big SM stan, has a real good breakdown.
What you missed.
It's probably fairly accurate too, based on what's going on. Because I don't really know what's going on with the crap. I just know there's a snake somewhere. And there's Kwangya, and I'm not getting my MMO yet,
Please submit your 800-word essay on the Feel My
Pulse
Rhythm
analysis.
and Black Mamba analysis by next Thursday, 7 p.m. To our email or on Canvas, please. Thank you.
Let me quit Lost Ark for the SMMMO, please. All right, though. Yeah, we talked about this one a while, but I was having we were having a good time, right?
Yes.
Like,
There's a lot to talk about the track.
Rewatch this music video, find out all the creepy stuff. Let us know what you think is going on. All right. Other big releases this week include Astro Moonbin Asana released Who, Monster X's Kihyun had a solo debut with Voyager, WeI released Too Bad, JYJ's Junsu released Hana, NCTU released Connection via the NCT Lab, and Highlight released Daydream. All right, that was all the music this week. We're now at Spice King. We're gonna choose which song reigns supreme. Last week on episode 180, J Park featuring IU Ganadara picked up its first crown. Second place was Tempest with Bad News, and then third place was a tie between G-Idol's Tomboy and Brave Girls' Thank You. The new candidates this week are the 4 songs we talked about: Nua, Spring Again, Solar Honey, Stray Kids Maniac, and Red Velvet's Feel My Rhythm. I had considered flipping the table over, removing all the songs.
Completely, okay.
But I did not.
Who stayed?
Okay.
I wonder.
In third place, I have J Park featuring IU Ganadara.
Oh.
In
Okay.
second place, I was really stuck between first and second between Stray Kids and Red Velvet, right? I didn't know which one to give it. I decided to put Stray Kids Maniac in second. And first place this week, Red Velvet, Feel My Rhythm. That is my chart.
Wow.
Very nice. Very
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
I also have a similar chart, different order. In third, I have Stray Kids.
Okay.
Reason being, like I mentioned, for me, it's still taking a couple of listens to really get into the groove of the switch up that they do. I mean, it's super catchy, and I do feel like it's a good addition. I don't know. I guess I felt a little disoriented when it came to it, and there was a lot going on visually as well. But I still find it very enjoyable. I really like the choreo, so it's in third. Second, going down a spot, J Park with IU Kanadara. I don't know. I think it's very easy listening. Like, it's hard to really get tired of it because it's just very chill. And I think it's a really cute music video. I still really like the acting and the storyline.
I like the
Yeah.
storyline. I think it's still hilarious.
Yes. And I think it's actually like true events. Like, I don't think it was made up.
No, right? I
Yeah.
firmly believe they were time constrained with her.
No.
Like,
Yeah, that's my belief. But in number one spot, and I actually had some deliberation because I didn't have it there originally, but I'm gonna put Red Velvet.
let's
Feel My
go.
Rhythm. I don't know. Like, the more we talk about it, the more I realize like there's so much going on. Like, both musically and visually, that just makes it super interesting. I don't know. I'm really interested to see how the rest of the EP album, I don't even remember what it is, what it sounds like, or if there's anything as far as like a motif going on there as well. But it's really, really visually very, very cool. Definitely look at the music video because there's a lot going on.
Well, Kwangyo side, it's, today is when music was born, hundreds of years ago in the Baroque era.
Bach?
Yeah, he's the father of music, Anita.
Oh, all music?
That's his nickname. He's been coined father of music.
Oh, wow.
no
I didn't
cap?
know that.
Okay.
Yeah, no cap. That's not even a joke. With no Bach, no K-pop.
Oh,
Bach,
wow.
Bach
Okay.
paved the way, sir. Bach paved the way. So I have to pay my respect to Bach Sundenim. On first place, I have Bach with area on G string. Nah. Well, Red Velvet on first place. I do think there's a lot to unpack here, and I appreciate that. So I guess it really comes down to personal taste, but I like music where I'm able to re-listen and rewatch over and over again, and
Yeah.
pick apart little details and dig deeper into every time. That's really cool. That's what happened here. Doesn't happen often in K-pop, and they did a really good job of that. can't argue against it. I don't think the song's perfect. Like there's like other stuff I don't like about it as well. Like the chorus feels a little too maximalist. I didn't think you need every member singing in the chorus really. There's so much going on. But hey, you know what? I'm not complaining. It was good. Second place, like you, Anita, I have Kanadara featuring IU by
Nice.
Mr. 1J Park over here. I have yet to drink his one soju.
Bro, I was watching Dore Mi Market, Amazing Saturday, however you want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
They referenced his soju about 80 times. It became a meme during the episode.
Wow.
Was J Park
Yeah.
on the show?
He was on the show.
Oh,
It was
okay.
him and Kyuhyun. It was hip hop versus ballads that week or something.
Oh.
But Kyuhyun's a rapper. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like his soju business was referenced more than his song.
Isn't that illegal? Like you're not supposed to promote that much.
I don't know. They didn't mention the brand, but they kept calling him like Soju Sajang, like Soju Boss, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Like,
Wow.
I guess that's understandable. Like back when Bang Myung-soo used to run a chicken business, people used to say like, "Oh, chicken chip 사장님" all the time. It's like, Mr. Park CEO, Chicken Park CEO. Anyways, J Park was a good song, second place, which leaves me with my third place vote. Can't believe this. I honestly didn't think it would ever happen. Stray Kids.
Are we friends, Warren?
Nah, yeah. This. I
we're
honestly feel
friends
kind of bad about putting them
today.
on third. Sorry, what?
We're friends today. Now.
Of course, we're always friends, Anita. What are you talking about?
Sometimes
We always have the same exact identical chart. I always had Chumapparam while you had. Look, Stray Kids. Their track was great. I really do feel bad about putting them on third. I have to admit, when I heard this track before I heard the other ones, and my plan was to put it on first if nothing else crazy came out.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought this was a very impressive change of pace for them. It was the right amount of the Stray Kids cheese, you know, the campness, but it also had a lot of like good moments where it felt natural to kind of flow in between these little sections. And the rap was really good. I think the vocals are really good. Felix had a really, really low voice. So for that alone, that's why they're so low on the chart.
Oh god. Okay. The Gochu Gang also voted for those three songs.
We're all
Wow.
friends today. Wow.
Wow.
In first place, with an incredible 51 points. Red Velvet.
Wow.
Feel My Rhythm.
Let's go.
Wow.
Second place, they agree with me, and they have Stray Kids with Maniac with 37 points.
Nice.
Okay.
And in third place, they have J Park featuring Ayu Ganadara with 27 points.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at us.
If you add up the quick maths, 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths. Red Velvet picking up double crowns this week with a perfect 20 out of 20.
Wow.
First
go.
place.
Wow.
Second place, we have Stray Kids Maniac, also tied with J Park featuring Ayu Ganadara. Both of them are in second place with
Wow.
8 points.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Everybody winning.
Wow. It's
I'm
a happy
honestly
ending.
really happy with that chart. I think that's very fair this week.
It
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
Same.
All right, we got rid of show winners, but a lot of people complained. Let's be honest here. A lot of y'all,
Heard you.
it kind of makes sense. I get it, because if you want to actually, there's no one posts. Someone needs to do this on Twitter every Sunday. They need to post every music show winner in one post, right? No one does that. All you get are individual posts. Like each day, the music show happy. No one says these were the music show winners this week. So that's why
Compilation.
we're doing that, right? And it kind of makes sense. And I think that's what a lot of people were more or less vocalizing, because it's hard to keep track of it if you're not tracking every day, right?
Yeah. And I do want to add on top of that a little bit before we actually go into show owners. I did go through all the DMs, all the comments, all the stuff on Discord. I do really appreciate the feedback. If you guys feel strongly about something, please do let us know. Because we do want to hear what you guys have to say about this. So thank you for your opinions. I don't want to say they're complaints, Douglas. Oh my goodness. Poo-poo people.
So about the show winners, there were some complaints though. Like people were like, "Don't take this away from me." I'm like, okay.
Well, they're back. They're back.
It's back. Anita, hit us with the show winners.
Yes. We got a couple here. We have Taeyeon with INVU, another win on Show
Still
Music
going
Core.
hard.
Yeah, she has a total of 8 wins with this one. And then we have Stacey Girls with Run to You had another win on M Countdown. They're up to 7 total wins with this one as well. We have Kim Woo-seok with Switch, picked up first win on Music Bank. And then we have Kim Min-seok from Mellowmans. He had a ballad, Drunken Confession, had another first win on Inkigayo.
Wow. Kim Min-seok of Mellowmans.
This song actually popped off in Korea, like in public.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
they
which
really
one?
like it there. Taeyeon.
INVU? Yeah.
It's got mainstream popular.
Oh, yeah.
Stacey is I still say invest in Stacey stock still, right?
For sure.
Going to the moon right now. All right, news and events. I know we cut them out, but there's actually 5 things we need to talk about, which is kind of crazy.
Important stuff.
I couldn't cut them out.
Okay.
First one. JYP is trying to make it in America again. They're establishing a JYP USA subsidiary aimed at maximizing the North American and global market. It is expected that Stray Kids and ITZY will achieve great results in North America through synergies created by JYP USA and Republic Records, as Twice did with their full album ranking on the Billboard 200 and their 7-stop sold-out North American tour in 5 cities. JYP USA is pretty much there to serve as a foundation for launching of Zindiary Heroes and also NMIX in North America as well.
Extinary Heroes.
Extinary? I always pronounce that right.
Yeah.
Incorrectly.
It's a strange name.
Extinary.
It's a strange name. I don't blame you.
You remember back in the day when JYP tried to make it in America and they had offices in New York City?
Wait, they had offices in New York City?
There was an office back in the day.
Why?
Wow.
There was. I 100% remember this happening.
I think I was a little too young for that, not gonna
Again.
lie. I mean, well, Mr. Park and his American dream, he's gonna buy a house. You watch him. He's gonna buy a house in America.
A building, maybe. Couple buildings.
Yeah, get him a JYP building in K-Town, in 35th, 33rd. I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know. I guess it's interesting to see JYP still interested in the American market, outside of what Twice is willing to do, right? Because Stray Kids and ITZY hasn't really done a lot in the North American market yet, as far as I know.
I think Stray Kids had a North America tour. I think.
Never mind.
But yeah, I feel like it's been a while, or at least it felt to me, since JYP the company tried to really settle in North America as like a company instead of just promoting their groups.
Right.
So I don't know. I guess I hope it works, but I'm keeping my expectations very low because it hasn't really panned out before.
You know what? Maybe this is gonna mean more fashion collabs.
Fashion.
Cause no, I don't know if you guys saw ITZY is collabing with H&M.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they're dropping some stuff. H&M and ITZY are collabing for some green things, and I was like, "Ooh, let me see if I can buy anything." And I was like, looking, and it was all women's clothing, which, I guess I can wear it too, but they're just gonna be a little too tight on my body. Yeah. I know we're in the era of gender fluidity. But...
So they did have that New York branch. 2011, it lost like $2 million, and they closed it like a year later.
Oh jeez.
But they had an office in the U.S. And he also had a Korean barbecue joint too at one point.
Really?
Yeah, it was super expensive though.
Oh, restaurant.
Wow. Which is it still around?
No, we're close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well.
I wonder how this is gonna happen. I mean, clearly you could do tours the U.S. and they'll sell out, right? So, I think that's the foundation. I know Stray Kids announced that tour. If I remember, we mentioned it a couple weeks ago. So we'll have to see. Next one, more U.S. side stuff. KCON 2022 starts off with KCON 2022 premiere through 3 cities: Seoul, Tokyo, and Chicago in May. This is gonna pretty much lead up to KCON LA, which is happening in August, and there's another KCON stop, I think, also in Japan at a certain point in the fall.
Interesting.
Chicago.
Chicago.
All right, we're gonna be a little biased in our discussion because we're like more East Coast type of people. We live in the East. Yo, where's New York at, KCON? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, the weird thing is, so they announced those 3, right?
Yeah.
Seoul, Tokyo, Chicago. We're like, cool. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And then they released a graphic on their website saying LA and Japan again. And we're like, yeah, cool. The weird thing is their social media sites never officially announced the LA or the second Japan stuff. They more or less, it's on their Instagram and there's a photo and they retweeted a article from Billboard, but they never actually announced it. So it's a little weird as to what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. That one's a little funky. I do remember like people, like really official people talking about it on Twitter. Like official, I mean like people in the K-pop press business. We are three
Press
idiots on the internet.
Journalists.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Like journalists. We are not journalists. Oh, and I was like, they were like, oh yeah, there's gonna be a KCON LA, and I was like, there's no KCON LA, and then Billboard said there's gonna be a KCON LA, and then KCON still didn't say anything, and then they ended up retweeting that thing on Twitter, and I was like, it's a little weird of a way to announce things. And
also their site isn't fully updated, which is strange as well.
I don't know. I'm assuming there's gonna be a full out official announcement eventually, maybe after the premiere events in Seoul, Tokyo, and Chicago in May. But for now, like Doug
LA.
mentioned, I mean, I guess I could visit LA, but
I work a job where like we're heavily busy in the summer. Like I don't think I can make it out to LA, to be honest.
Dang it, guys.
do you even want to though? I mean, like,
I mean, I'd be down. It's just I can't, like, physically cannot make it there. This kind of sucks, though. I was really hoping for a KitCon in New York to meet all the SojuTalk
I was gonna
Nation.
come down.
yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, you can always have a KCON in my apartment. We can have performers in the kitchen. And then we can watch from the couch and the bed.
We could have a handshake event in
Yeah.
the
Oh,
bed.
yeah.
Wait, what? Okay. What?
No.
So
On the
weird thing
dining
is
table.
The Chicago one, it's at a theater that only holds 4,000 people.
Rosemont.
Rosemont Theater. That's a small venue, is it not?
4,000.
Well, see, I'm still a little like confused as to what the premiere series
Is it just concerts?
It's just gonna
Is
be
it
a show.
convention?
It's gonna be a show.
That's what I
Well,
think.
here's the thing. Back in the day for KCON New York, they used to hold it in New Jersey at the Prudential Center, and they would have the actual convention in the parking lot when it was in the middle of the summer. Like, it was rough back in the day. And then they moved it to the Javits Center, which is this humongous convention center, and then they had the concert at Madison Square Garden. Like, that's cool, right? That makes sense to me.
Wow.
So I wonder what the logistics are now.
I mean, I kind of get it because like I do feel like the premiere events. I feel like they're testing the markets. I think that's what it essentially is, right? They got a venue with 4,000 seats. Maybe they did that because they don't want to go full out on this thing because to them this is an experiment and see how big the turnout is gonna be. You know, like you don't want to throw a crazy frat party unless you know people are showing up to the thing. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what this is for these folks. But that doesn't explain the LA thing actually happening. So I don't get it either. Also I feel like you could make the excuse that, you know, Javits is very big and expensive. Nobody wants to go to a Prudential Center parking lot because it's the parking lot. But you could have you could do it elsewhere. There's other venues. Just
Maybe
go to a hotel. There's lots of hotels in New York. You know, it's New York City.
Convention.
Yeah. Just do it elsewhere. Do it in the streets of Williamsburg. People would love that, you know? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it just sucks for us, but it is what it is. Next one. Dispatch reports that Ha Yoonjin, former Produce 48 contestant, will join Sakura and Chaewon in Source Music's new girl group debuting in May. So we have two things here. Ha Yoonjin and in the month of May. Yo, hopefully she doesn't try to steal someone's center spot. Yo, wait, hey, yo.
Not again.
Hey, yo, May, it's kind of soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be a really big debut, right?
A lot of eyes on it, for sure.
A lot
I'm
of
excited.
eyes went on it.
Oh.
Okay, dude. Exciting stuff, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, not official, I guess.
It's
Right.
pretty official, I'm going to guess.
Really?
If Dispatch is
Okay.
reporting it, it's probably correct.
All right.
Okay,
Research.
real quick. I'm like reading the source material. And that's what it says. Never mind. I had to dig a little deeper because there's a different article. One that doesn't mention Hyunjin, and then there is one. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're in the green. This is confirmed. Yay.
3 members. I wonder how many more they're going to add, because we have 3 kids who people generally know, at least 2 who everyone knows.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what else is going to be like.
I imagine like 5 or 6 kids. Probably not too many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see what their concepting is versus the Adore concepting, which we may see later in the year.
True.
I think that's the big storyline there. All right, next one. Some oof news. Cube shares that their contract with CLC Seungyeon and Yeon have ended, and they wish them both luck in their future endeavors. Talk about an oof, CLC. Like,
it's sad, but
so we were looking at the CLC lineup right before we recorded because I was talking to them about this news.
Yeah.
Functionally, CLC has 2 members left at the moment.
dang.
So
Duo.
Elkie Sorn left the company. We knew that. Elkie had a lawsuit. Sorn just left. We knew this. Now we have Seungyeon and Yeon, who were arguably the 2 most influential members of that group. They dipped, right? We have Yujin in Kepler, so she's
At
inactive.
the moment, yeah.
We have Seunghee and Eunbin. That's it. They got 2 members at the moment,
Yep.
Jeez.
right?
Yep. 2 folks. It's a duet.
It's a duet at the
Duo.
moment.
It's a dynamic duo at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, so remember earlier in the show we were talking about New East and how they're having a
Yeah.
great farewell ending. Yeah, this is the other example we could give.
The contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
Dang.
don't know. At this point, I probably wouldn't expect CLC to promote with the 2 members they have. Maybe we'll get some solos out of Seunghee or Eunbin. Who knows? At this point, I would just pause and wait and have low expectations because who knows at this point. It's a little sad. It's a little sad. I was hoping for a CLC comeback story eventually, like we saw with New East.
Oh yeah. Once Yujin came back.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
All right. In terms of happy news, though, I'm gonna transition. Big Bang comeback confirmed April 5th. Probably the
Wow.
biggest comeback of the year, right?
Beat to the eye, to the bang, bang. Beat to the eye, to the
This
bang,
will
bang.
have. So if you are new to K-pop and you weren't around for a Big Bang release, this is humongous news, right? This
Hang
is,
on
really a
to
big
your
deal.
dilly daddies.
This is like what's a good example? This is like Peyton Manning in football saying he's making a comeback. This is like
This is like
Whoa.
Kendrick Lamar's next album.
yeah, right? This is like someone who's been gone forever all of a sudden showing up, right? This is like Michael Jordan saying, "I'm old as shit, but I'm going to come back to the NBA." Right? Like, this is basically what's going on.
This is like Michael Jackson coming out of his grave for another album.
Oh no.
All right, that's a little far. That's a little far.
Okay.
This will probably be the biggest comeback of the year, outside of if there's a BTS comeback, right? Like,
Yes, I feel like I am both very excited, right? Because it's been so long, and Bang Bang is like stapled group. Like people look up to them, like your idol's idol, you know. So there's a little bit of expectation, I think, as far as like what the sound is gonna be like, what's it gonna be, period. So I feel like I'm also a little nervous
Well-
as far as what it could sound like.
Well, you know, being nervous because you have high expectations is an exciting thing for the most part.
True.
I kind of think that I'm also in the same boat here. Because here's the thing. I grew up with the Big Bang. I know the impact they have had on the popular culture in Korea, within K-pop, outside of K-pop, with idols culture and all that. Like, they have been pretty much the biggest cultural influencers of that era, and still are if you think about it. I want a Kwando too, sir. You know, with that in mind, I know the impact they've had. Anita knows the impact they've had. Doug knows the impact they have. But if you started listening to K-pop in the last 4 years, chances are you probably don't. So this is a great moment for them it's this is a not a, I'm not saying this is a good thing, but like it's a great opportunity for them to flop horribly, and the naysayers to be like, oh, this Big Bang thing was nothing. This Big Bang thing was a small bang. It was not good. Boo boo. You know, like this is that kind of opportunity for them, especially because this happens right after so many scandals. So many.
Oh yeah.
So
Those
so
are
many.
really big oofs.
Lots
along
of
the way.
oofs after oofs after oofs after oofs after oofs. I counted that. I was thinking about how many oofs they had, and I said that many amount of oofs. That's the amount of scandals they've had. And not gonna lie, some of them are kind of
Really
poop.
big.
Some of them are really
kind of bad.
kind of bad.
Massive.
There's a reason we have a guy we don't talk about anymore. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With all that in mind, I think I would say I'm the biggest VIP of the three of us here. I'm a little nervous, just like you, Anita. I'm pretty nervous.
Yeah.
If I had to make a guess, I don't think it's gonna be a hype song. I don't think it's gonna be Bang 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 or Fantastic Baby. I think it's gonna be more of a mellow track, I would assume. Something along the lines of Bad Boy maybe, or like Love Song, or Flower Path. I don't know. I'm thinking it'll be something a little more Big Bang ballad mellow.
Slower.
Right. Or maybe slow with the exciting twist, like Last Farewell or Haru Haru, or I don't know if
see.
people know what I'm referring to here, but
I think they should just shock the world and release a banger.
I think they should.
I think they should. I think they should tease like a sentimental or like a welcome back song, and then just go completely the opposite direction. Swerve.
I would like that too. Not gonna lie.
I think that would be so crazy.
I want a double single. That's what I want.
Yeah, they
Okay,
should.
okay.
I want both.
Triple it even.
Yeah, give me a
They
full album.
you know what they should do? They should release the introduction song, and then all of a sudden 5 minutes later release the crazy song right after it.
Yeah.
5 minutes after? What do you mean?
5 minutes, like right after the music video for the first one comes off, 5 minutes later release the other one.
That would be a
Could you
big
imagine?
movement. Yeah.
The internet would explode, I think, if that happened.
And then 5 minutes after that, do another raffle for your shoes, where I can actually buy your stupid shoes, G-Dragon.
Those are the shoes with the flower on it, right? The
That-
really expensive ones.
There was the first run of them, the Air Force ones, the Paranoid Air Force ones, and then there was the Kwondos, which are like, they're kind of like wingtips, but kind of like sneakery. And those, I didn't like them at first, but now I kind of do. So last raffle, I didn't win, Mr. Kwon. I would like to repeat, I want your shoes. I want your stupid shoes, and I don't have my stupid shoes. I want the album too, but I also want some shoes, Mr. Kwon, Mr. G Dragon, Mr. GD, Mr. One of a Kind, Mr. GD and Taeyong, Mr. Yeah. Take care of your dog.
Shoes. Dang.
We'll talk more about Big Bang when they come back.
I'm super hyped for
Yep.
that though.
Same.
For sure.
Same.
You got anything else to discuss, anyone? I think we've talked about a lot of K-pop today.
We did.
I need to go rewatch that Red Velvet thing some more.
That's what I'm gonna do right after.
Yeah, we gotta break this down.
Submit your essays for Black. You know what? No, I'll do this. If anyone actually submits an actual essay, 500 words,
Analysis.
double spaced, Times New Roman. There's like a lot of you guys that listen out there. If someone submits an essay for any time, whenever, I'll gift you something. I don't know what. Discord Nitro probably, because that's really convenient to gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red Velvet. What a nice.
What a surprise!
What a
of
surprise.
song. All right, next week though.
Rhythm.
Tomorrow on Tuesday, we're getting Gravity, Sodi, and T1419. Wednesday, is it really Mamamoo? Man, a lot of this stuff on our script these days. Did I forget
Double
to-
take.
We'll double check while you read the rest.
Okay. And Very Very also on Wednesday, and then Monday, NCT Dream, Oh My Girl, and Majors. So I think that's what's going on. March 23.
Yep.
Mamamoo.
Not seeing anything about Mamamoo on March 23, sir.
Okay, then no. I don't know why I have that there.
Nope.
Okay.
Mamamoo is not coming back.
All right, NCT Dream and Oh My Girl though, kind of hype.
Yeah.
Check it out.
But this has been Soju Talk, your weekly shot of K-pop. I am Doug, and I would like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week. Yo, journey into the Kwangya. Watch that Red Velvet music video some more. We'll see you guys next week. What if Silky shows up in the NCT Dream music video next week? It might happen.
It's called something glitch, you know.
What? Okay, bye everyone.
I'm on the next level. Yo.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Stop.
What?
Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons: Bagel, Based Mina, Brian, Shadow, Cotton Ball, Delmonic, Ellie, Genki Boy, Goku Mama, Jacob, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, and Jay Parks. Tier, thank you for joining SojuTalk. And special thanks to our Discord server mods: Jacob, K Music Erde, Koala, Lothiar, Max, No Bias Luna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.